Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Darren and welcome to my next stitch with me. So today we're going to work on Tiger of the Heavens. There's a couple of people have asked where it is. So I thought I'd work on that one for you today. So that's what this one's going to look like. Excuse the glare. So I've also got a couple of questions that have been asked as well by you guys. So I'm going to go through those. But first of all, I did get asked from Denise how you go about getting the free patterns that people put up on their sites and stuff like that. So I'm going to show you. So this is Artist's Facebook page. So this is where you probably find a lot of their free charts. You can probably find some on their website as well, but not as many. So if you watch my normal update, I mentioned this on there, but basically you go onto the Facebook page and where it says files, go into files, and then it comes up with all their charts that they're giving away. Now some of them will do, like here for example, you've got it in colour and you've also got it just in black and white. So basically you just click on it, depending on what kind of device you are. I mean, this is an Apple, so I don't know how it works on Android. Just click on view file and then it opens it up. Oh, isn't that cute? And then from here you would just download it. Click on there, and then depending on what device you're using, mine you have to open it in Safari, so then open it up, and then you click at the top here where this square and arrow is, and then just save it to wherever you need to. So I would save it to my Dropbox. I've already got this one, so it won't let me save it again. So that's all there is to it. Really straightforward. So, and then you just go through and pick any ones that you want. So I mean, on Artisy you've got absolutely loads. So yeah, so that's how you do it. Or if you just go onto the website, normally they have a link on like this side, you know, say free charts. You just click on there and it'll show you the free charts that they're offering for that month. So that's that. So I'm not even prepared. I haven't even got my floss ready. As you can see, I've put this in the Q-snap now, so you might be able to see the ring marks. So I'm hoping they come out when I wash it, because the hoop doesn't give me enough room to get around here to work on this section. So let me find my first colour and I can realise where I am. This is on. This one is on a paper chart. This one is an Important Keeper. So you're gonna have to bear with me because some of it I didn't mark off and some of it I did. I just need to work out where I am. Right, so that one. I'm gonna have to work out the colour. 1, 2, 6, 8, 2, 6. This one. I hope you're all well anyway, and I hope you all got plenty of goodies for Valentine's. Obviously it's still Saturday here, so I can't say if I got anything. Probably got the same as I got last year, but in blue. Nothing. Right, here we go. So somebody's also asked if I can show how I start my threads off. So this one, because it's full cross and it's 2/1, that one I just use the loop start. So basically just get your piece of thread, fold it in half so that you've got a loop already at the top. That's it. And this is how I start mine anyway. So put your needle in and then run it through. And just thread it through like that. Obviously make sure your ends are level. Now, I always start from the front. Some people start from the back, but I don't see the point in turning it over if you don't need to. And you just go, I'll zoom you in a little bit so you can see. So then you just go down the first hole, it says, pull it through, and then when you get your loop near the end, just run your needle under the loop. Don't hold the loop when you're pulling it, like I just did. You pull your thread out, and then just pull it down, and then just go back through your first hole. And there you have it. That's nice and secured. Then you just stitch away. So let me just get the questions up. So some of these questions have actually popped up a couple of times from people this week. So first one is from Winter Storm. I like the name. What aspects of British life do you miss or don't miss? And what aspects of life in Australia are your favourites? So the aspects of British life that I don't miss is the weather. Over in the UK, you get 4 seasons in one day. 1 minute, I have to look at the right chart. 1 minute it's nice and sunny, the next minute it's raining, the next minute it's snowing. So yeah, so I don't miss that aspect of it at all. I don't miss the aspect of the fact that, I don't mean to sound rude, but foreigners, people from other countries, come into the UK, and a lot of them get given everything they need, yet you have people in the UK that can't get anything. An example of that is I was out of work once. It wasn't for long, thank God, and I applied for the dole, and I was refused the dole because I'd been on holiday 2 years prior to applying for it. But yet someone from another country comes in and applies for the dole, and they get given it straight away. You have people over there who are struggling to afford a house, but again, the people from other countries come in and they get given a house, fully furnished house, so that they can live. And they also, I don't know if it's still the same now because we've left the EU, but they also used to be able to claim child support for their kids that were in another country. So a lot of people need to come over just so they can get the extra money for the kids. So they used to work as well as claiming benefits for their children that weren't even in the country, and then sending all the money back over to their country so that their family could live a royal lifestyle. Because the amount of money that they used to get from over in the UK, even if it was minimum wage, was near enough the equivalent of, like, 1 month was near enough the equivalent of 1 year wages over there. So yeah, so they could then live like kings. I used to actually work with a couple who were from Latvia, and they came over to work, and within a year they were able to buy their own property or piece of land and have a house built to their specifications over in Latvia. So that just goes to show how crazy things are. As I say, I don't know what it's like now that the UK has left the EU. So that could be different now. I know at the moment they're saying anyone who leaves the country are not allowed back in it due to everything that's going off. So I don't know what's happening over there. Parts of the UK I do miss is the food. The food over here in Australia, other than being really expensive, I mean, the other day, I don't eat lamb, but the other day I was at the shops and lamb was on sale, and it was something like $24 a kilo, and that was on sale. You can get a whole leg of pork for less than that. It's ridiculous. So yeah, the food over there. Also as well, the food over here is, everything is laden with sugar. Everything. You can't get sugar-free food. I've got a bird chirping up in the background. You can't get sugar-free food, or if you can, I haven't found it. The only sugar-free stuff you get is soft drinks. And that's only like your Coke and stuff like that. Everything else is laden with sugar. So, hence the proper reason why a lot of people over in Australia have dentures or really bad teeth. Because the amount of sugar that is in these foods. I mean, you can get like they do what they call coffee milk. So it comes in a bottle. And the amount of sugar in that is absolutely unbelievable. I actually weighed out the amount of sugar that it said was in the bottle, and it worked out as 2 bowlfuls of sugar. It's ridiculous. And now, over here, they're now saying that fruit juice is not good for you because it's got more sugar in it than soft drinks. So that it's now rated. So like, I don't know if everywhere has it. I know the UK does it, but like you have a 5-star rating for your stuff. So the more stars, the more healthier it is for you. So fruit juice has now got a lower rating than soft drinks, which is absolutely ridiculous because everyone knows that the sugars mainly in fruit juices is mainly natural sugars. It's not artificial sugars. So figure that one out. Chocolate over in the UK as well tastes completely different to chocolate over in Australia. Don't ask me why, but it does. When I first came over here, I had some chocolate, and I was like, this tastes absolutely disgusting. It's not what you're used to at all. The best parts of over here as well, I like, is, other than the warmth, when it's not really, really, really hot. Is the weather. It's always nice and sunny, except for when it's raining, which isn't very often. Everywhere's a lot cleaner than over in the UK as well. I mentioned this before. Like over in the UK, you can go down a street and you can find bags and bags of rubbish that people just dumped just because they couldn't be bothered to put it in the bin, or just throw it out the car window. Over here, everywhere seems to be clean. It's not very often you see stuff at the side of the roads. Well, not where I am anyway. I don't know if it's like that in the whole of Australia, but where I am, you don't see much at the side of the roads at all. I mean, in the UK, I don't know if they still do it. They used to have the council go around every now and then. They'll go down the motorways and stuff like that, picking up all the rubbish that people's thrown out the car windows. And then they'd put a sign up saying something like 47 bags of rubbish picked up just from this one area. Take your rubbish home, put it in the bin. Some people are just so lazy. I mean, for the sake of 2 seconds when you get home, taking the stuff out your car to put it in the bin, rather than the 2 seconds it take you to open a window and throw it out. Ridiculous. The only thing I don't like about over in Australia is there's too many animals trying to kill you. I think Australia is known for the most deadliest animals in the world, I think. Well, the most amount of deadliest animals. So we have the redback spider, which I actually googled. It's actually the same as a black widow spider that you get over in America. It's just, whereas in the black widow has the hourglass shape on its abdomen, and the redback just has a red stripe, but they're exactly the same spider. So I actually googled that one just to make sure I was right. We also have cane toads. Now, they don't want to kill you, they want to kill your pets. I was speaking to someone the other day and I was asking about the cats, if I ever let the cats out, and I was like, nope. One, over here it's illegal to let your cats roam. And two, there's too many things that'll kill them. You've got your cane toads, which secrete a poison if they're caught. So a lot of dogs and cats will come to them, unless you can get them to the vets in time. You have snakes, lots of snakes. You have the brown snake, which is I think one of the most poisonous going, as well as the black snakes. You have paralysis ticks, which again kill your animals. You've got your blue-ringed octopus. So you've got your jellyfish, stonefish. So yeah, there's that many things over here that want to kill you. And you've got your alligators, your crocodiles, your, I'm probably going to say this wrong, cassowaries. I think that's what they're called. They're like an emu kind of bird, but they have a really, really, really big claw on the front, which is used to slice open things, i.e. people, animals. So yeah, so everything over here wants to kill you, animal-wise. So yeah, so good fun. That's probably the only aspect of it I don't like. It's the fact that you never know when you see something if it's going to be poisonous to you or not. There was actually a centipede at work the other day, and I went to pick it up just to throw it away from where we were working. And everyone was screaming and shouting at me, "Don't touch it, don't touch it." Because apparently they have a nasty bite or sting. That again, like to hurt you. Now I've lost where I am. There. Looks like we're doing some frogging already. I put the wrong stitches in. So yeah, so that's my undertaking on the two. Now, there's a couple of other things I suppose, but everything over in Australia is a lot dearer than anywhere else. I don't know what it's like now in the UK, because with them leaving the EU, you have to add tax on everything now, whereas before everything was the tax was already included. So, but from what I can work out, you now have to add tax on everything. So, as you're aware, I've got 3 cats over in the UK, which are with my mum and brother, and I pay for the cat food, so I get it sent out from Amazon, because you can do like a bulk service. So I get that sent out to them. Before it used to cost me maybe about £60, and the last lot cost £90, and I was like, why has it gone up so much? And it's because now it's getting VAT added on top, which is a bit rubbish. I'm just working out where I am, so I do apologise. Do it this way. Just work out where I am and then continue with my questions. That's right. See what I mean? Spoiled by a pattern keeper. It makes it so much easier than using paper charts. And I suppose it doesn't help then something that needs paper chart and talking at the same time, and watching your view in your phone so you can see what you're recording. I was actually watching the last Stitch With Me back the other day before I uploaded it. I sound like I'm drunk some of the times on these videos. I was like, I sound really sleary and drunk, and I don't drink. Only coffee. And I was like, that's bad. I'm just going to put it down to it was first thing in the morning when I recorded it. I'm going to stick with that. Can't remember the last time I had a drink, to be fair. Right, okay, let's get back onto questions. I'll find the next one. Alright, so this one was from Jane. Could you show how you start and finish your threads? So I've shown you how to start it. I'll show you how I finish in a minute. So next one's from Carol. Just having a laugh at me locking myself out. You mentioned your niece and sister-in-law, so do you have family in Australia too? So this kind of all links into another two. So Pauline also asked, do you have a partner, or is it just the kiddies and me as partners in crime? And then I've got another one from Sue asking if I've got a partner. So yes, I do have a partner. We've been together for 11 years. It'll be 11 years this year. I'm not married. Don't have any children. I think that's my children. So I have a partner. His name is Shane. I met him when I was over here originally as a student. And then, as you know, I had to go back to the UK. So he followed. And then we come back. And now that's where. There. 1, 2. So yeah, so that is how I'm getting my residency, through him being a Australian. He also works at the same timber yard as I do. He got me the job there, which can be a bit annoying, living together and working together, but we cope. To be fair, we've never had an argument, so it's not too bad going for 11 years. Right, so on this one I'll show you how I finish. So when I'm working on 14 count, up to 25 count I can do this. I can't do it on 28 count, it's just too complicated, but I do what we call a pin stitch. So I'm zooming in a bit more, see if you can see. So basically you come up, it's a bit hard to see on blue fabric, but you come up at one side, but not in between the holes, so in between them, so there. Then you take it down in the middle, then you come up again at the opposite end, unthread your needle, then thread it again. The hardest part is when you've got a tiny little piece like this and you need to try and thread it again. And then you go back down the middle. And then what I do is I then come back up the same side I went down first of all. Like so. And then find your scissors wherever you put them. I've lost my scissors, and then you snip it. There we go. Not got my scissors out, so no wonder why I couldn't find them. And then snip it off. So that's how I do it on there. So yeah, so going back to Carol, so yeah, so I've got, on Shane's side there is 2 nieces, one's 18, the other one is 7. There's his sister and her partner, who've just recently got married, and then obviously the parents, or the in-laws. So, but that's none of it is like my immediate family. I don't have any over here per se. All mine's over in the UK. So that's that. And then I got a couple of questions, well, a couple of 100 questions from Sue. I was waiting for a War and Peace on questions from her, but she only sent a couple. So I'll get those loaded up in a second, and we'll go through them. Sorry, you can't see, so again, do the loop start. So much easier doing the loop start than any kind of pinning. Some people do pin stitches to start off. I think it's just pointless. So that's how I do those. If I'm unable to pin it for some reason, say it's within like an area like this and there's nowhere to pin it around, then I'll just turn it over and run it under a couple of stitches just to tie it off, which is mainly what I do on my single strand pieces if I can't pin stitch it. Right, so let me just make sure I'm in the right spot again. Right, so the first question then from Sue is, how old are you? So I am 21 years old with 22 years experience. That makes me 43. So yeah, 43, I'm 44 this year. So getting on a bit now. So when is your birthday? So my birthday is on the 18th of September. So I'm a Virgo. Same as my mum and obviously my twin brother. So my mum's birthday is on the 3rd of September and my brother's is on the 18th. What is your favourite colour? So my favourite colour is orange. It used to be blue when I was younger, but it's always that was up until I was maybe about 6, and then it was orange, and it's always been orange, my favourite colour. So if I have to stitch with anything in orange, I like it. Next one kind of ties in with the one from Pauline. What do you like most about living in Australia? Obviously the weather and how clean it is and how chilled it is. Everyone's also so friendly over here. You can just walk past people and say hello. In the UK, you walk past people, you just get a deadly stare. Where am I going? Sorry if you can hear the rustling. Honestly, that's just me checking my chart. I've answered the next one. What's your partner's name? That's Shane. How did you meet your partner? I mentioned that. I was over here studying. And I met him online. We were just talking online. I was looking for friends because I didn't know anybody over here. So we agreed to meet up and go out for a coffee and everything. So we just went out for a coffee, had a good chat, had a good laugh, and then started hanging around together. That was it. And the rest, as I say, is history. As I mentioned, the next question was how long have you been together? I've already answered that one, so almost 11 years on the 19th of May. 9th of May. Get the right date. Are you married? No. What does your partner do for a living? I've already said. What kind of car, what colour car do you drive? So I drive a Mazda 3 sports model, and it is red, because red goes faster apparently. So, but it's a nice car. I really enjoy. I really like the car. So it's metallic red, I think it's called. What kind of music do you listen to? Chart music. I don't listen to none of this heavy metal stuff. I'm not into that. Mind you saying that, I do like a couple of like Def Leppard and Guns N' Roses songs, but I don't go out my way to listen to them. But mainly it's just chart music. So yeah, really. Yeah, I would say it's that. 60, well, obviously growing up with my mum, it was 60s and 70s music as well. i.e. Cliff Richards, Bobby V, Billy Fury, So I like them. I do like listening to a variety of music, but it's one where it's just a load of screaming and noise. That doesn't make no sense to me whatsoever. I don't listen to that kind of rubbish. Sorry, I should have kept my phone unlocked. Who is your favourite music artist? Pink. Pink is my favourite artist as a solo person. Roxette is my favourite group. Obviously, if you know Roxette, they're from the 90s. Bless her, the lead singer of that, Marie, has now died. She had brain cancer. So she died, I think it was towards the end of last year. Just checking I've got all the right symbols marked off. Yep. What do you like to watch on TV? To be fair, since... move it so you can't even see. To be fair, since moving over to Australia, I don't watch much TV. I watch the news and The Chase. Well, that's really about it. I don't actually watch much TV nowadays. Before moving over here, it was like Grey's Anatomy, Supernatural. I don't watch soaps. So like in the UK, the big soaps over there is like Coronation Street, Emmerdale, EastEnders. Don't watch them. Never have done. I'll tell I think I watched EastEnders for maybe a month and that was it. But yeah, I'm not into watching soaps over in Australia. Obviously, you've got Home and Away and all that lot. Don't watch them either. So yeah, so normally it's just kind of like maybe Netflix and stuff like that. So I kind of like the Marvel stuff and adaptations of that kind of stuff. So and crime stuff. I don't mind crime stuff. I would say I don't really watch much now. They've brought out Holy Moly over here. Now I know in America I've had it. I don't know if anywhere else has had it yet, but basically it's Crazy Golf, but with a twist. It's kind of like Crazy Golf meets Wipeout, or It's a Knockout. I've watched one episode of that and I didn't reckon much to it, to be fair, so I won't be watching the rest of it. What's your all-time favourite TV show? Good question. I would probably have to say Supernatural. I love watching Supernatural, even though it's now finished. But yeah, I do like watching that. Do you like to read? Yes. When I remember to. I do read, but not very often. I've got to be in the mood for reading. One of my books took me 6 years to read. And then the next book took me a day and a half. So it just depends on the mood. I mean, with me, I have the ability to start reading a book and I can put it down and then come back to it months and months later on. I remember exactly what's gone off and pick it up from there. So I don't have a problem with that at all. What symbol am I looking for? That one. 818. So yes, I don't have a problem with that at all. So, but I've got to be in the mood for reading. But once I do get in the mood, then I find it hard to stop reading. But I'm also one of these people. Some people can't imagine what's going on when you're reading. So they're just reading it. Me, I actually have the story playing in my head as well. So I actually imagine the people and the scenery as it's described in the book. So yeah. So who needs movies when you can just read a book and imagine it all going off in your head? And what kind of genres do you like to read? So the only books I really read are, I've read a couple of Terry Pratchett's, which is the Discworld series, but that was when I was younger. I keep meaning to find them and start reading them, but I haven't done yet. My main one is by an author called Jeffrey Deaver. Now, if you don't know who Jeffrey Deaver is, if you've ever heard of the film The Bone Collector with Denzel Washington, he was the one who wrote that. He used to be a lawyer, apparently, before writing books. So his are proper, like, detective work kind of ones and whodunit. And he definitely keeps you guessing all the way through. You think you've worked out who it is, and then that person ends up dead, and it's like, oh, damn it. And it's always the person you least expect. Always. So even when you think you know it's the least person in that, it turns out it's someone completely different. So yeah, I love reading his books. What is your absolute favourite meal? Toad in the hole with mashed potatoes. Now, depending where you're from, toad in the hole is completely different things. So, over in Australia, toad in the hole is a slice of bread with an egg in the middle, which in the UK we call eggy bread. Toad in the hole in the UK is sausages baked in a Yorkshire pudding, which is where the name toad in the hole came from. So, it is a UK food. So yeah, that is my all-time favourite. Mashed potatoes. I'll have mashed potatoes with any meals. I love mashed potatoes, especially if there's plenty of gravy. So yeah, so if you don't know what toad in the hole is, Google it. And I'll show you a picture of what it is. The pictures don't do it justice, I'm telling you now. What flavour ice cream is your favourite? I'm just a plain vanilla person myself. I don't mind Neapolitan, but I always go back to vanilla. So, a bit plain and boring, but I like it, so I don't care. I'm not a big fan of strawberry flavoured stuff, so that's probably why. And chocolate, I can take it or leave it. So, but yeah, vanilla's my favourite flavour ice cream. What is your favourite cross stitch that you have done or are working on? I like all of mine. My Majestics Tiger, I really like that one. I've just got so many. For anything with an animal on, really. I like, as I say, if you watch my latest update, I got someone who bought me the cheetah and cub chart. Absolutely love that piece. So cheetahs are my all-time favourite of the big cats. I've always liked those. You wouldn't think it, because most of my tattoos are tigers or lions, and most of my cross stitches are tigers or lions as well. That's mainly because there's not that many cheetah patterns out there. What's the next one? What is your favourite count to work on? Depends. If I want a quick stitch, then I don't mind working on 14 and 18 count. I love working on 28 count. I think that's probably my favourite so far. I haven't tried any of the other counts. Obviously, if I start the Mirabilia, that'll be on 32 count, so we'll see how we go with that one. I know there is a floss tuber out there who actually likes to work on 56 count. I think it's 56 count. I know she does it on 40 count and does 1/1 full cross on them. If you can believe that. How do you feel YouTube has changed your stitching from before you did videos? So before I did videos, I just stitched on it whenever I fancied, and I only had a couple of projects. since doing YouTube. I now have hundreds of projects, and I'm constantly stitching now, which I don't mind because I enjoy it. It's actually quite relaxing and therapeutic, unless you get a knot or a tangle and then all the frog comes visiting. Again, you can't see where I'm going. So yeah, so my cross stitching has definitely upped its game since starting doing floss tube. Main reason is I didn't want people just to see the same 6 things over and over again. And if I had done that, then the majority of my pieces would have been finished by now, and I would have only had my super size piece to work on. So I suppose in a way it's a good job I got some extra projects going. What pattern do you wish you could start right now that you haven't started already, whether you own it or not? Good question. There is, again, it ends up being a tiger, but if you watch my last update, I showed a picture from Pain Free Crafts of, I think it was, I can't remember what it was called now, Cool Tiger or something like that. Hang on, I'll tell you and I'll show you which one it is. But that one just kind of blew me away, and it was really nice. It's called Cold Bravery, and it was, I think you can see that one. I've never seen that piece before, and I just think that is absolutely stunning. So yeah, so when I go back to buying my charts again, I'm buying that one. Well, that's for now anyway. That'll probably change again next time I look at any more websites, and I'll be like, ooh, I need that one too in my life. But yeah, I'm gonna say that one is a definite must-have for me. I'm definitely gonna be buying that one. Who is your favorite YouTube creator and why? I don't have favorites really. I have several that as soon as a video comes out I like to go and watch them, which is Stacey, 911 Stitcher. There is Nicole from Divana Lee Designs, Gail, which is Gail Phillips, Lauren, Flossabilities, Tia, Calm Creations, Ginger Gerald, The Rocking Stitcher. Not there's that many. I don't have a specific reason why I like them. They just, I think it's because they don't just yab it on for like 15 hours about nothing, and then like you show 2 seconds of cross stitching and then back to yab it on about nothing again. They kind of keep your interest. So you get these other people who do like an hour and 20-minute videos for their floss tube updates, and an hour and 10 of it is them just talking about absolutely nothing and everything. Which I suppose if that's what you like, then fair enough. But when you're watching a cross stitching update and you want to see how the patterns have gone on, and then you've got to go through all these yabbiting on first before you do it, and then it's like a quick glance, this is what I've done, boom, next one. Nah, I prefer to see what you've done so I can then say, ooh, I want that chart, or ooh, I need to get that one. Do you prefer dogs or cats? I know you own cats, but maybe you prefer dogs. And why? I like all animals. I don't have a preference. I've grown up with cats and dogs at home. My mum used to work for the Cat Protection League over in the UK. I don't know if they still run now or not. So yeah, so growing up we used to have lots of cats in the house. I think at one point we had 16 cats, and I think it was something like 12 kittens, because we got 2 wild cats come in, and they were both pregnant. They were sisters, and they were both pregnant. They both had I think they had about 6 kittens each, so yeah. So I've always grown up with animals. Needless to say, my mum being in the cat protection, we had all these cats, and 9 out of 10 we ended up keeping them because we'd had them so long before anyone come to claim them or look at them that we ended up keeping them. So we used to get rid of some, but 9 out of 10 we grew attached to them, and we ended up keeping them. Dogs, I've always grown up with dogs. Love dogs. Over in the UK, we've got 2 dogs over there. One is a toy poodle, which is a little bit of a bugger. She's not a really intelligent animal. Let's put it that way. Say toy poodles are meant to be smart. And the other one is a Bichon Frise. No, it's not. It's called a Pouchon, which is cross between a Bichon Frise and a poodle. I think that's right. But she is all my mum. So if when my mum was in hospital, my brother had to go to the shop and get some kind of tranquilizers for her to calm her down because she was just crying constantly, whittling because my mum wasn't there. So yeah, I've always had dogs. My dog itself, I used to have a German Shepherd called Holly, and I had her as a puppy until I had to have her put down because her back end went, so she couldn't walk. Bless her. I had her for, I think it was about 12 years, 12 or 13 years. So I don't have a favourite. I love all animals. Back home as well, I've got a rabbit. So we've always had rabbits growing up as well. So yeah, I have no favourite animals at all. I like all animals. Where in the world do you most want to visit and why? So, there's a couple of places really. I'd love to go to America just to see what all that is about. My brother's been there and he said it was absolutely amazing. Imagine, I think he was in Nirvana, I think. Something like that. I think he was there and he enjoyed that one. I'd love to go to Egypt. My mum was actually born in Egypt because her mum and dad were in the army, so they used to get moved around a lot. So she was actually born in Egypt. So I'd love to go over to Egypt. It's always fascinated me with regards to the pyramids and the Sphinx and stuff like that. So I would like to get over there at some point and have a look. And they're the main 2 places I'd really like to go. Obviously, it used to be Australia, but I don't need to go and visit there now. I live there. But yeah, I've always been interested in Egyptian stuff from the old days. Right, what's next? What is your absolute most favourite thing to cook and bake? Cook or bake, and why? That's a tricky one. Right, so that one I've not got enough thread on it to do the pin stitch. So I'll show what I do on this in this instance. You can see I would just run it under a couple of stitches. He says, get under. And that's it. So, cooking and baking wise, I like to bake. I like to do cakes and stuff like that, but I don't really eat cakes. I'm not a big cake eater, but I do like to make like Christmas cakes. Actually, I tell a lie, Christmas cakes I'll eat if I've made it. I love making Christmas cakes. Haven't done one for a while, but I love making Christmas cakes and decorating them. Food wise, I used to enjoy making soups. I used to do a lot of soups over in the UK, but I never used to get any of it because as soon as my mum and brother knew I was making soups, they'd eat it all. think I've really got anything favourite to make, cooking wise or baking wise. I just like messing around in the kitchen and seeing what you come up with. So that's all the questions. Oh, somebody asked as well. I can't remember who it was. It was earlier on last night or this morning. If I'm right-handed or left-handed, because obviously I have my left hand on top of my project and my right hand underneath. I don't know which way you meant to have it, if you're left or right-handed. I am right-handed, but I do predominantly use my left hand for most things. I didn't realise how much I used my left hand until I couldn't use my left hand. And now I'm lost where am I? There. But yeah, I use my left hand for the majority of things. I can't write with my left hand. Well, I can write with my left hand, but it's very, very scruffy. Well, yeah, I use my left hand for majority of stuff. Opening jars, picking stuff up, doing any kind of DIY. Except if it comes to hammering. Hammering I have to use my right hand. But like if it's using a screwdriver or anything like that, I generally use my left hand. So, quite strange. So, what do you call it? Like ambidextrous? Can use both hands, but I just can't write with both. Mind you, my elder brother is the same. But he can actually write with his left hand, whereas I can't. But he's right-handed, but predominantly uses his left hand. My twin brother, I think he just uses his right hand predominantly, I think. I've never had to work with him or anything like that, so I'm not 100% sure. He always seems to use his right hand whenever we're doing anything, so I'm assuming he uses his right hand mainly. So what we at? Maybe nearly an hour. So again, in case any of you haven't watched my latest update, there is another giveaway on my update channel, which is to win a chart by Pain Free Crafts from the lovely Sarah, who is actually, I told her I would pay for it and she just sent it out, and she said if I mentioned her group then she will donate the chart herself. So she's actually going to donate the chart, which is really nice of her. So if you are interested in that, then hop on over there and leave a comment. So, update for you, work-wise. The truck driver from last week's phoned in sick again. So, he was due to be back at work on Monday, and he phoned in sick for a week. So he's taking a week off work. So he's still not back yet. Not heard anything with regards to if he is coming back or not. So we will find out on Monday, because he should be back at work on Monday. So needless to say, my boss has been running around like an idiot because he's having to do all the deliveries. So they did ask, I'll say one of the lads, if he wanted to do his truck license, but they've not done anything else about it. So the boss has been running around like an idiot, having to do all the deliveries. So he's using both trucks, so he'll go out in one truck, and then while he's gone, his son will load up the other truck ready for him, and he comes back, jumps out of one truck into the next truck, and off he goes again. So I'm assuming he can't wait till the other guy's back as well. So yeah, so still waiting to find out. I thought he would have phoned in on Thursday, maybe Friday at the latest, to say that it wasn't coming back, because we get paid on a Thursday. Our pay week goes from Thursday to Wednesday, but we get paid on the Thursday, just to make sure everyone stays at work for their shift. So I was expecting him to phone up on Thursday after his money had gone into the bank to say he wasn't coming back, but he hasn't. So I thought, alright, it'll probably be Friday when he phones up to say he's not coming back, but he hasn't again. So I've no idea. So no one knows if he's coming back or not. But again, I'll keep you updated. 1, 2, where am I? 4. Other than that, the amount of wood we've got coming in at the moment, we've got a fair bit, but because there's only one driver, I don't know if sometimes it comes in and goes straight back out again, so it gets delivered to whoever needs it. So we've got a fair bit of wood in, but I don't know if it's all for us or if some of it's to go out. So I'm not moaning, we've got plenty to keep us going at the moment. So that's all that matters. Come here, thank you. I don't think I've got any funny stories for you this week. I don't think I've done anything stupid. I possibly have, but that I can think of. Oh, we have a bug zapper at home. We get a lot of moths at night time. Because we have the back door open for the cats to get onto the veranda, the moths come in. Kitty loves it because she gets to chase them around. But it gets quite annoying. So anyway, we put the bug zapper on. What have I done here? Yeah, that's right. Yeah. So I put the bug zapper on last night actually. Turned all the lights off so they didn't come into the house. Anyway, I went out to check on the cats, and the amount of moths that was outside hanging around this light was unbelievable. I've never seen so many in my life. There must have been at least 1,000. And it's like, where have all these moths come from? We don't normally have that much even when we don't have that light on, so it's this bug zapper light has obviously attracted them from everywhere into the veranda. Which part am I on? That part. So yeah, so needless to say, Kitty was enjoying it. She would go outside, grab a moth, run in. She always meows to let you know she's caught something. Eats it and goes back out and gets another one. As I mentioned before as well, the cats are indoor cats. I have a built area on the veranda which is like enclosed, so the cats can't get out, but they can get the fresh air and allow the bugs to come in for them to play with. We used to get a couple of like tree frogs come through as well, so put up some more netting to stop them all coming in, but left just a small section open just so the bugs could come in. But they do get cat grass, so I've got 2 tubs of cat grass, which is quite funny watching Tiger with it. He likes his cat grass, but what we do is put 1 tub out and then maybe a week later swap it out, so it gives it a chance to grow back. But when you pick it up to take it out, he goes mental because he thinks you're stealing his cat grass. So he follows you all the way to the front door, meowing and crying. And then you bring the next one in, and he's so happy, but he doesn't give you time to get it down. He just follows you. You get him meowing because he wants this cat grass straight away. So you put it down and he's straight into it. But the cat grass we've got is in tubs. And it is, we've had it maybe about 6 months now, so it is looking a little bit straggly. So we've planted a big tub of cat grass for them. But we've obviously got to wait for that to grow. But it started sprouting, so I just don't know how long it's going to take to get to a decent size so we can bring that in, and then we won't have to worry about swapping it out every week or so. That should last a while, hopefully. But we will see. But yeah, Tiger loves his catgrass. Ginge plays with it every now and then. Kitty plays with it literally. She doesn't eat it, she just plays with it. She dives through it. I lost where I am again. Yeah. So yeah, the kitty just dives through it. Ginger's favourite was the catnip. We had a catnip plant, which just smells like mint. He used to love that one. He used to go crazy on that one if you took it away from him. But that one didn't seem to last very long, to be fair. We watered it and everything, because I know mint's quite a thug and can survive most things, but this one didn't. So that one, needless to say, went. So I've just got the catgrass to play with now. And the bugs. This is where we have troubles now. You always get one piece that does not want to thread, no matter what you do. And I don't know if you know the trick as well, that if for some reason you can't thread your needle, turn your needle over because of how it's being punched. Sometimes one end's thinner than the other side. So if you ever have trouble threading your needle, flip it over and then try threading it. Sometimes it works. Not always, but sometimes. Right. There we go. Right, so I've done a fair little bit of work on there. Let's zoom out. Haven't got the stand up as high as I normally do. But yeah, that's filling in nicely. I don't know how many stitches we've done. I wasn't counting until I mark it off on my chart. Well, we've done a fair few. We've done all the blue and this light pink. So I don't know, maybe 100-ish, maybe less. But yeah, it looks really good. So I'm going to leave it there then. So what we at? Just over an hour. So seems to be the norm just lately. Just over an hour for my stitch with maze, which is, I think, really round about a good time scale. So now I need to go out and check my washing, make sure that that's all dried, get that brought in before it rains, because we are meant to get some rain tonight. Didn't say storm, just rain. So who knows? Because it's so hot, we may get a storm. Normally if it's hot and humid like it is now, you generally get a bit of a storm. So fingers crossed, we're going to get a storm later on. But last time I said that we got nothing. So we will see. I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to get on with my normal weekend stitching. So again, thanks very much for watching, guys. Any more questions or anything like that, then feel free to drop those down below. Or again, you can email me at dizzystitcher@gmail.com, or send me a message on Instagram. On there again, it's Dizzy Stitcher. So thank you very much for watching, and enjoying my just over an hour of punishment. Again, hopefully this time I don't sound drunk like I did on my last one on Slurry. So thanks for watching. I hope you got plenty of stitching done, or crafting, whatever you were doing. Stay safe until our next video, which will either be my update at the weekend, or if you miss that one, my stitch with me again next week. But again, as I say, any questions or anything like that, feel free to let me know. Again, I'll put full description of this piece and who it's by down below in the description box, so you can have a look on there if you are interested in it. So I don't know if you can still get, I think you can still get this piece, but I think it's a bit rarer now. So if any, I know someone did look, I looked for this to do it as a giveaway, and it was somewhere like $100 just for this kit. And it's like, oh, I'm not paying that much. So, but that's over here, so it may be different elsewhere. But a lot of places don't stock it now. I think it's been discontinued. So, but anyway, guys, thanks very much for watching. So again, stay safe, happy stitching, and I'll catch you in my next video. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye bye for now.